Hello guys, Ashley here, also known as the Easily Fan, back today with another video, and today I'm gonna be continuing my Cobra Kai topics. I am completely obsessed with this show, and I can watch it and talk about it for as long as I want. I'm like so obsessed with this show because I watched the Karate Kid films, so I'm just so obsessed with Cobra Kai. I literally wish there was a season 7 coming out because I just didn't want it to end when I was binging it. I'm thinking like, I don't want this to end for me. But today I'm going to be ranking the seasons. I do have other videos that I am going to be doing with Cobra Kai, but I thought I would rank the seasons for my personal ranking. And I just think some of y'all are not going to like this ranking. But hey, everyone's ranking is different. Me personally, I feel like this is I feel like to me this is the real ranking of the show, in my personal opinion, of seasons that I like the least and what I enjoyed the most. So coming in at number 6 as the worst season for me is season 3. This season is so boring. It's such a drag. It's not a lot going on. And when I was going through episodes yesterday, I'm thinking like, God damn, a lot of these episodes are fillery. Like, it's a lot of fillers. I feel that's not a word. There's a lot of filler going on, and like, it's just really uninteresting, really. The episodes that I really like the most, if I'm gonna be honest, is I like episodes 9 and 10, and I like the Okinawa episodes in 3 and 4. Everything else is just like, I did like the back and forth between Miyagi-Do and Cobra Kai. I thought they put way too much of John Kreese in this season. I just couldn't do it. Like, he's not, I don't know. Their obsession with John Kreese, it wasn't for me. It just really wasn't for me. I did like they did try to fight to get the Valley Fest back together, the Valley Tournament. Sorry, not Vest, the Valley Tournament back for all the karate dojos. That was okay. Like, it was just a lot of filler going on. Like, I didn't care for Miguel's storyline. I didn't care for the whole Sam PTSD storyline. I did like Hawk in this season. I would say I liked Hawk and Daniel the most. I liked Hawk, Daniel, and Robbie the most in this season. Johnny was okay, but he really didn't have a lot going on outside of being with Miguel. I did enjoy that dynamic, like I said in my original review, that it was nice seeing them reconnect after season 2. It just seemed like the writers forgot about the dynamic a little bit, but it really does suck that Johnny could not show up for Robbie when Robbie needed him the most in juvenile detention. Like, it really does suck. I didn't like how Robbie was trying to blame Johnny and Daniel for what happened in the school fight. It's like, no, you pushed Miguel off that ledge. No one made you do that. So it's like, find someone else to blame. Didn't focus with that, but I did like Robbie's character in this season. Like, to me, I low-key feel like choosing him going to Cobra Kai, it was low-key kind of forced. I mean, not forced, but like, not forced, but rushed. But I understand that John Kreese was coming to see him in juvenile. It don't matter. If I say jail, prison, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just don't talk about juvenile detention. When John Kreese came to see him, it was obvious that the writers wanted him to manipulate Robbie into joining Cobra Kai. But it would have been nice to like actually see Robbie like slowly turn into that. Because if you really think about it, there was an episode where he just stole a snake, and then after that, he's kind of with Cobra Kai. So a little rushed to me. And I feel like Hawk, his whole like character flip, that was rushed, and like, cause like he literally came here to fight. Like, he literally came here to fight, and then now he's just, oh, I'm a good guy now. Like, that seemed hella rushed, and like, the flip flopping in the show. It happens a lot. Where like a character does something bad or a character does something good, and like like sometimes it kind of don't make sense. Like in season 5 when Daniel and Johnny and them all chose to take all the ex Cobra Kai students. Like, that kind of makes sense. Like, these were the kids who were they were just having a full out fucking battle in this dojo, and y'all gonna trust all these kids to just come to your side? I don't know. Like, I understand they can help the kids, but it just seemed like rushed. Like, that seemed like rushed. Like, all the characters just having like in that moment when they took their shirts off and threw them at Terry Silver on the floor. It would have been nice for them to like learn to join Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang on their own, not because they saw a video of him lying and cheating. I don't know. I understand that the show only has a little bit of time to do what they can, but it would have been nice to see them actually join Miyagi-Do, want to join Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang on their own, not because Terry Silver lied, if that makes sense. But back to season 3. Season 3 did have good action, but as for like overall plot-wise, this season really did, like, it lacked. Like, I don't really feel like they kind of picked up where season 2 left off with that school fight. I feel like it was kind of just really underwhelming. I think with them, what they were trying to do with this season is make it more like a comeback season for everybody, which I'm not mad at, but it made everything just seem so slow and so uninteresting, really. Like, uninteresting is the word I was looking for. Very, very uninteresting. I hated how they just pushed Daniel and Robbie's dynamic to the side. Like, that really truly sucked, because I really did like that in season 1 and 2, how Daniel kind of took Robbie in and like kind of like was a kind of like a surrogate father. I would have had loved they would have kept it going, and like if they would have eventually adopted Robbie, but no. So that's it. To me, season 3 was boring. I feel like it kind of lacked storylines, and it didn't push any of the storylines that season 2 kind of ended with forward to me. Too much of John Kreese in this season, definitely with the flashbacks and all that crap. I didn't care. Raise your hand if you cared, because me personally, I did not care. And I didn't care for like Johnny and Miguel's mom. I didn't care for that stuff either. And the Alley reunion episodes 9 and 10, they were okay. I thought her reunion episodes were okay. Why in episode 10? This is just something little on the side, but why in episode 10 were they kind of like building that up for her, Johnny and Daniel, like a love triangle? Like, it felt like a love triangle. Why was Daniel getting so jealous about her and Johnny spending a whole day together? That just seemed like weird to me when I watched it. I'm thinking like, why is he getting so jealous? Isn't he married? Like, that didn't make any sense. And for Johnny to just try to go back to his ex after he just slept with Miguel's mom, that was shady and low. And I don't feel like Carmen gave him enough hell for it in season 4 when she found out. Like, no, I probably would, if someone did that to me, I would have cut you off. Like, no, you know what, to have sex with me and then go try to hook up with your ex, like, that's foul. But season 3 was like really boring. This is just, when I think of Cobra Kai, I rarely go to season 3 to watch episodes. Very rare. Very, very rare. Okay, coming in number 5 is season 2. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad about season 2 being this on the list. To me, season 2 was just very, very slow. I feel like it digressed a lot of characters back from where they were in season 1, especially Miguel. Oh my God, Miguel was heavily he was. They made Miguel whiny, and all he cared about was Sam. That's all he cared about. All he cared about was Sam. Him and Tori were a waste of time. Oh, not only this is season 2. Season 2, they decide to fill this entire season up with stupid teen drama. And, like, the teen drama was stupid. Like, it wasn't even interesting like how it is in One Tree Hill or in Gossip Girl or in the OC. Like, it wasn't even that type of interesting. It was just stupid. It's about who's dating who, who's kissing who, who's using who. It's like, I don't care. Why should I care when none of these couples have chemistry anyway? I don't care about Sam kissing Miguel. Her and Miguel have no chemistry anyway. Her and Robbie have no chemistry anyway. Miguel and Tori have no chemistry anyway. Like, why should I care? I mean, unless that's like Sam was in the wrong for kissing Miguel, she still was wrong. And for her not taking no accountability for it, that was hella wrong. Miguel kissing her when he's supposed to be with Tori, that's hella wrong. Sam has to understand that her actions in episode 9 was the reason for why the school fight happened. Oh, and as for her character, season 3, I didn't mention this for Sam. She started all of those fights, and yet she didn't suffer any repercussions for it. She said no accountability. Sam started every single fight after the school fight. And I want anyone to tell me that I'm wrong. She started every single fight. She started the fight on the field. She started the fight in golf and stuff. And she started the house fight. All 3 fights Sam started in season 3. And yet Cobra Kai are seen as the villains when Miyagi-Do are the ones, specifically Sam, is the one who fixes all the fights. That made like no sense to me. But anyway, in season 2, Sam has to understand that her actions in episode 9 is the reason for the school fight. And I feel like she never really understood that. They gave Dimitri way too much screen time in season 2. Way too much. Dimitri is annoying. He talks too much. And he likes hearing himself talk. I got so tired of Dimitri. They gave him way too much character development. Development is not even an understatement. Just way too much screen time. I didn't care for Dimitri. I just didn't care. I'm sorry about it. I did not care for Dimitri. I did like the stuff with Robbie and Daniel. I really, really did enjoy that. I like the stuff that we did get with Miguel and Johnny. I did like that. The stuff with Johnny and John Kreese, I really did enjoy that. I really did like the fact that Johnny was starting to regret having John Kreese around the kids because he was starting to see who John Kreese really is, and not just a manipulator. He is obsessed with karate, and it's like, dude, it's just karate. You don't have to be that obsessed with it. But I think, just like Johnny with John Kreese, I think they were both really obsessed over the fact that in '84 they didn't win, and I think what they really wanted was just to prove themselves again that they could win. I think that's really what it was all about, really. Season 2 is just, it's too slow for me. It's too slow. The best episodes are episodes 7, 8, and 9, and 10. That is when the season actually starts to, like, pick up and matter. Everything, episodes 1 through 6, they're okay. They're not terrible. But like, yet very, very slow. It seems to seem like a little bit is happening, really. I'm not saying that I didn't appreciate like the dynamics and stuff like that, but this season could have just fallen back a little bit on the teen romance. Like, I feel like that took up way too much episodes and just way too much time in general. Like, way too much. Like, it's crazy knowing that I knew as soon as they introduced the Tori that this was going to be a waste of time of having her and Miguel get together. And like how her and Miguel got together was just, that was so rushed. Like, it was hella rushed. I didn't care for Sam and Robbie either. Even though they did give that a little bit more, like they actually kind of like stressed that out before they decided to do anything with it. I just knew it was a waste of time because Sam was using him, and I just didn't care. I didn't care about it. Yeah, I didn't care about it. Yet again, there are very, like, a lot of boring side plots. Like, I don't know. Season 2 isn't really my cup of tea. There's some things I do like about it. There are some good stuff in there. Like I said, I did like the stuff with Daniel and Robbie, and, you know, Daniel opening up his own Miyagi-Do, and him being patient about students coming to him and wanting to learn his karate kata. I did like the stuff for Johnny and Cobra Kai too. I enjoyed all of it. It was too slow, and I just feel like they filled it up with way too much teen drama shit that just didn't matter, really. But the school fight absolutely made up for the season, in my opinion. The school fight is the best episode in Cobra Kai history. Don't at me. It is the best episode to me. I really did enjoy the school fight. So yeah, season 2 is just at the bottom for me. Now, when I do think of Cobra Kai, I do go to season 2. I go to episodes 7, 8, and 9 because those episodes are really good to me. But the other seasons, but over season 2, I prefer a little bit more. So, coming number 4 is season 1. I actually have nothing bad to say about season 1. Actually, that's not true. The only bad thing that I have to say about season 1 is the writers treating Daniel like he's this big bad villain. And I already expressed this in the past, so I'm going to try to keep this very brief. I don't like how, like, the writers seem to, like, have the audience forget that Daniel has very valid reasons for not wanting Cobra Kai to be a dojo. They made it just seem like it was just coming from, like, petty reasons, but that's not what it was about at all. Maybe him raising the rent, it was really out of character. I would agree with that. That was really out of character. It definitely should have not taken him to go back to Miss Miyagi's grave to understand everything Miss Miyagi taught him. That made absolutely no sense to me. You would think a character like that would take the things that he learned with him through his life, but no, they decided not have that happen at all in season 1. I think Daniel had very valid reasons for not wanting the Cobra Kai to be a dojo, but I feel like the writers wanted the audience to think that it was about petty reasons, which is completely untrue. Johnny bullied him when he was a kid, and Terry Silver, someone else who was part of Cobra Kai, mentally and physically abused him. So why would anybody who's in that type of circumstance want a dojo to open that has a lot to do with their misery and pain? If you could answer that question, I'll shut up. But other than that, I really did enjoy season 1. It was a setup season. I absolutely had nothing against any of the characters that they showed to me. Yeah, I really did enjoy season 1. I honestly was just rewatching some episodes of season 1 thinking like, oh my god, season 1 was actually a really good season. I would have had loved if they would have stretched it out just a little bit more, honestly. It would have been nice if season 1 would have got like at least 15 episodes, or even 12, honestly. But I really did enjoy season 1. Nothing bad I could say about season 1. Coming in number 3 for me is season 6. I absolutely did like season 6. I thought season 6 was a really good season. Not that first half, but the second half and third half, part 2 and 3 were really good. I thought the show ended on a really high, positive note. I absolutely love the flashbacks in the entire show. When they show flashbacks, I do like it. I do. If I had to say, the first half was just really boring. Like, it was really just a very boring first half. I know a lot of people didn't like the fact that Tori went back to Cobra Kai. It seemed rushed. But, me personally, when they showed and she talked to John Kreese in the parking lot, I kind of knew that was coming. That when she left, she was going to join Cobra Kai. So, I don't really feel like we needed to see a whole episode of her going back when it was pretty obvious. I didn't care for John Kreese. I didn't care for his side plots in the first beginning of him going to Korea. I'm tired of John Kreese. Like, the show's obsession with him got really, really out of hand. Like, I just started thinking, like, what is their obsession with him? Is he fucking somebody or something? Because, like, what's with the obsession at this point? The Johnny and, that's going to have to be a separate video. But the writers having Johnny and Daniel progress back to their bickering in season 6, I really hated that. It's just like, why do we keep going back to the same stuff? It's like, come on, like, seriously. Them bickering in episode 5, what's the point of that? What was the point of that? And then Johnny trying to open up a whole different car company because he got mad about Daniel training. It's like, Johnny, you already trained them. I don't understand. Like, I really didn't get it. And this is going to be a separate video when I talk about their bickering. But that was stupid. That was annoying. When Johnny definitely deserved to get punched in the face when he said that Miss Miyagi was a liar and a thief. That was going way too low because he did not know Miss Miyagi to even be calling him a liar and a thief. And when he said, I can understand, the fight that I can't understand is when he told Daniel that they need tough love because they came all the way here to Barcelona for the Saikai, and yet they were acting like they did not want to be there. They were not fighting. They weren't pushing themselves, like you said. What the hell's going on out there? I can definitely understand Daniel. Some kids don't respond to tough love. So you have to give them encouragement and make them believe in themselves. But sometimes the way they were acting, the way that they were fighting in season 6 in those Saikai tournaments, they needed tough love. They really needed it. So I was with Johnny on that, but him talking about him honoring some dead guy over trying to help them win, I didn't like that. I felt like it's like we keep digressing back to where we were before, and I just didn't like that. I didn't like how he called Daniel's karate bullshit. I didn't like that. It's like, why do we keep digressing back to where we were after they come this far to respect each other's karates? Why do they keep doing this? And it's always Johnny. He's always hitting below the belt, and I never understood that. I never really got it. I'm trying to think, was there another time they argued in season 6? when he blamed Daniel for why Tori left, he said it's your fault. I could understand both sides in that situation too. If Tori's mother died and what she wanted to do was fight, that's up to her. But I could understand Daniel feeling like this is a bad. She's not in a real emotional state to be here. And when you watch the season 6 episodes, Tori really wasn't. She really didn't have her head in the game. So it's just like if she was on Miyagi-Do and Inkofang's side, she probably would have just been doing the same thing, losing points, because she isn't focused, which is completely understandable. Her mother just died. How can she focus on anything of that nature? So I can understand both sides, but I feel like Johnny blaming him for it was just totally unfair. But season 6, I enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed everything. The Sakai Takai episodes were really, really good. The fights were good. Terry Silver came back. It was just really good. And I did like the stuff with Daniel learning about Mr. Miyagi's past. I didn't like how they were trying to make it seem like he was just like this bad person. But when you watch Karate Kid 3 and you learn they were planting the seeds for this storyline, I can appreciate it a lot more. Because I didn't watch Karate Kid 3 when I watched season 6 with my sister. But when I did watch it, I'm like, oh, okay. And then when you learn why he did it, it's like, can I hate Mr. Miyagi for busting a few heads after the person who stole his wife's necklace who died? Can I really blame him? And as for the Sakai Takai stuff, they were the tournaments were different back then when he fought. So I can't really blame him for that either, for killing somebody accidentally in a fight, because they were different back then. But other than that, I really did enjoy season 6. I really, really enjoyed it. Coming number 2 for me is season 4. I know a lot of people hate this season. Me personally, I really love season 4. The only thing I hated in this season was the stuff with Anthony and Kenny. Johnny opening up Ego Fang was stupid. That was stupid from the very beginning in season 3. That was always dumb to me when he did that. I hated the fact that Johnny and Daniel were bickering again. It just got old. It got very boring. It's just like, can they do something else outside of them having them argue about stupid shit? They did it in episode 1 and they did it in episode 5. I got so tired of it. After we already seen in episode 2 that they finally got over this, the writers are having them digress back to it. It just got really annoying and very repetitive. It was just like, can they please just do something else? Can they just stop having them go back and forth? Because it's just getting really boring. But other than that, I really did enjoy season 4. Terry Silver carried the season on his back. I hate to say it. He carried the season on his back. The fights were good. I did like Tori and Robbie, and I liked I hated Miguel in this season. Miguel, he just existed, really. I never really cared for Sam. Johnny in this season, I liked him, Miguel's dynamic, but I really feel like Johnny really didn't have a real storyline outside of being with Carmen. I think they found out they were pregnant in this season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I like Daniel a lot more in this season because he had the stuff with Terry Silver, so that gave him a little bit more layers to his character to finally like get back at Terry. But what I will say about season 4 is that at least they try to give everybody a little bit of something, is what I will say. I did like the stuff with Hawk. Like, at least I could say that. At least, as much as I don't like Kenny, at least I can appreciate the fact that they did try to give, no, not Kenny, sorry, Anthony. As much as I never really cared for Anthony, I can appreciate the fact they tried to give him something. You know, which is what I did like about seasons, like, 4, 5, and 6, is that they finally decided to focus less on the teen shit and just focus more on trying to give everybody something. And that's what it felt like to me in seasons 4, 5, and 6. I really love season 4. I like the action, the storytelling is good, the pacing is great. The only filler episodes to me are episodes 6 and 7. No, so sorry, nothing really happens in those episodes to me, in my opinion. And after that, the season just gets good and good and good. I really did like that. The tournament episodes were good. I did enjoy them. So yeah, I love season 4. When I think of Cobra Kai, I always go to season 4 and watch episodes. Sorry about it. Definitely a top 2 season for me. And going number 1 was it that obvious? Season 5. Season 5 is the best season in Cobra Kai. I know a lot of people say it could have ended right here, but me personally, I feel like the storylines weren't done yet, in my opinion. And you can't end season 5 there when they already agreed to do another tournament. So they had no choice but to do a season 6. So I really did enjoy season 5. There are no filler episodes to me outside of episode Bad Eggs, really, and that's when Chosen decides to teach them a different method. Chosen teaches Miyagi-Do a different method, and Cobra Kai is learning a different method too about leadership. And I did like the stuff with John Kreese and Jill with Daniel and Johnny, but you could tell it was really a setback episode. But other than that, season 5 was really good. I really loved season 5. I did not care for the stuff with John Kreese. I forgot to mention that season 4 he got arrested by Terry Silver, but I did not care about this. That to me was like the only shit I didn't care about in season 5. The stuff with John Kreese. I'm trying to think, was there anything else I didn't care about? If it was anything to do with relationships, I didn't care about it. But I feel like season 5 had like the least filler to me. Like I feel like everything they showed in the episode was important, in my opinion. Like it has some level of importance in it, so it wasn't really a lot of filler. The finale episode, 10. The finale episode was absolutely great. I love the finale episode. Season 5 was just that bitch. I absolutely love season 5. I really don't have nothing bad to say. I love Cobra Kai. I really do. I can go back and watch even seasons I don't like that much, like 2 and 3. I can still go back and watch an episode, and still appreciate it. Like as much as I think that sometimes it was so very boring, I can still go back and watch it. I absolutely enjoy watching Cobra Kai and binging it, and I watch it every day now because I'm like so obsessed with it. The next show that I'm going to try to get into before it's too late is Breaking Bad, but if I don't, it is what it is. But I have a lot of stuff going on with me. I have a job interview on Monday, so wish me luck if I get it. But yeah, I just like making videos on YouTube about Cobra Kai. So the next video I'm going to make is my problem with the Johnny and Daniel bickering. Like specifically, if I'm gonna be honest, in seasons, I think they did less bickering. Johnny and Daniel did not bicker at all in season 5, and that's only because they didn't really interact that much until like the last episodes, and that was like episodes 5. No, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, 10. They didn't really interact until those later episodes, and they didn't really bicker as much. So when I mean bicker, I mean like seasons like 4 and 6, because it made sense in seasons like 1, 2, and 3 where they didn't like each other. That was very valid. When you get to seasons like 4 and 6, it's like, why are we digressing back to what we were doing? It was just very stupid. So there will be a video about that and why I think it just got like so tiring. But other than that, thanks for watching and thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.